ranch. The 73-year-old Gallman was shot in the stomach and left for dead by her attackers. Gallman was treated at Nanyuki County Hospital before she was airlifted to Nairobi for further treatment. The shooting is the latest pitting ranchers and armed raiders in Laikipia. She was quoted early this year saying that land invasion had led to massive destruction on her land. President Uhuru Kenyatta, meanwhile, has condemned the attack and says action will be taken against politicians inciting people to invade the ranches. Now, the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission has declined to extend the deadline for party primaries. The IEBC, which met political party representatives, says parties must stick to the April 26th deadline and use their membership lists to conduct the primaries. Jubilee, which is set to conduct its nominations in the next 3 days, following flawed nominations in 21 counties last week, says it's all systems go.
Following party primaries marred by chaos and confusion, which saw Jubilee cancel nominations in 21 counties, the party is hoping to get things right this time round. At the party headquarters, preparations ahead of the nomination exercise, which has been staggered over the next 3 days. Materials including party rubber stamps, marker pens, badges and ballot boxes rented from the IEBC were dispatched, with the party saying all is set.
Where the ballot papers were breached, there are certain areas where ballot papers are not breached, but in areas where they had been breached, we have had to do a total reprint.
The chaotic party primaries were the agenda of the day during a meeting between the IEBC and chairpersons of national election boards and secretary-generals of 14 political parties, among them ODM, Jubilee, KANU, Ford Kenya, NAK Kenya and PNU. With just 3 days to the IEBC deadline for party primaries, the electoral body declined a request for an extension of the deadline.
The Commission directs political parties to complete their nominations within the gazetted timelines.
Jubilee was initially set to conduct nominations in Nairobi last Friday, but rescheduled the exercise to Monday. The party was planning to move the Nairobi primaries to Tuesday, a date that has been changed again.
Political parties must avoid having primaries at the same venue on the same date.
The most difficult was Nairobi. That's why we wanted to move that to Tuesday, but because it's clashing with ODM primaries and we're using the same schools as polling centers. So as a courtesy, since they were on that date first, we've decided to move to Wednesday.